Oh,
Oh
hello.
crap, I gotta go to Twitch. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's true. Twitch. Twitch.tv/
I gotta see the doctor about my
Incorrect
Twitch
Cure.
and also watch Twitch at the same time.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we have a party of people here today.
Indeed.
So
I'm leaving soon, but I'm just staying here for a second. Just,
Party.
how's it going?
so I'm going to attempt to do something real quick. Let's see.
Why is
Are
it?
you just walking away from your computer?
No, not purely. No! Darn it, I have a physical cable hooked up to this thing. Alright, hold on.
I can't say I could do any accurate volume checking because it sounds like Tyler's in the distance.
Yeah, I think as usual I'm a little bit loud.
Yeah, it's either Tyler's a little bit soft or we're all a little loud.
Well, I am far away from my mic at the moment. I just got closer to it, but let's...
Yeah.
Hold on. Aha!
Man, hearing us twice at the same time is weird. Also, my new mic seems to be working really well.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm happy I picked that up for you.
Alright, so sorry if I have to move away. The trade cable is only so long, and
Oh crap! Are we trading LM4? Is this the moment?
Where's L9?
Wait, what is that glitch thing? What?
That's LM4 from my other cartridge. But what we're doing right now, notice that I have a Graveler in my party. Acne Boy leveled up to be a Graveler, and I'm going to trade it and then trade it back so that Graveler can evolve into Golem. This is the one time I'm allowing trading for trade-only evolutions.
Well, we did establish that trades with yourself were allowed.
Yeah, we did that episode 1. We established that.
Oh, I don't remember the episode. Where can I find the episode?
You can find the
YouTube?
episode on youtube.com under the channel Incorrect Obscure. Anyway, so let's
So
That
is
as-
LM4 like an actual glitch Pokemon, or is that something that I just don't know about?
it's a glitch Pokemon.
Okay.
Tyler,
So
you were
is-
supposed to trick him into thinking it was a real thing.
I mean, it could be a real thing.
On my Pokemon Yellow's end, it has a different name. It's listed as 7G.
Why'd you say hi in Korean? You said Annyeong.
it's like we guys, it's like we skipped 6G and went right to 7G. Am I right?
I'm
my
watching
God.
I'm watching the skin burn right off my body.
I'm gonna trade over Charizard, because that's a Pokedex entry we will never get on this run otherwise. Alright. So, here we go. I have to move over to my actual Game Boy Advance that's hooked up to the GameCube. Here we go, boys.
This is the legit thing.
Look at those green Pokemon balls.
So,
There goes Acne Boy.
whenever you hear me talk, you might be able to hear a Game Boy in the background. That's my Game Boy Advance with yellow on it. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to...
We're only looking at one side of the mirror.
Yeah. So you might be able to hear like the Game Boy in the background of my microphone when I'm talking.
Just so you know, this is being played on a legitimate Game Boy / GameCube. We are not nor have we ever emulated. We are good.
This Pokemon res was farm raised.
It's farm.
Open
All
field.
natural, no emulation.
Pepperidge Farm.
Golem. But yes, this actually is legit on a physical system right now.
Pepperidge Farm remembers, okay?
Alright. So yeah, this is actually legitimately being done on hardware.
Wait, which golem is it?
Oh, you're talking
Oh,
about Progressive
no.
Farms
Hold on,
Pibridge.
I can check the stats.
I was gonna say, I'd imagine one of them is named Acne Boy in the thing, right?
Yeah. Also, the other
Yeah.
one is level 75. So,
Oh,
yeah, it's the second one. The second one is Acne Boy.
Dun, dun, na, na.
So, okay. There we go. Here we go.
Alex, I'm just realizing your title is the guy who sucks at Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, because I suck at Yu-Gi-Oh.
Nah, listen, Duel Links is pay to win, okay?
Yeah, but
So
I have
true.
one. I have one legitimate matches. It's well, sometimes the problem is like when you get that when you fight against that one card, you know, that just basically like what cards can I think of?
Basically,
The stupid harpy slash lady or whatever. The one that can literally, when any effect is activated, it just sends any card back to your hand, so it doesn't count as destroying it or anything.
Oh, great. How are you? Oh, wait, no. The name of it is Acne Boy. How are you is the trainer. But yes. No, I feel like when you basically fight, well, anyone you meet in that game is like they've already have a tournament deck, basically.
Well, supposedly, but I have legitimately beaten that a bunch of them or something with
It's Acne
what
Boy,
I have.
and Acne Boy is a golem.
Acne Boy.
that is the
Yes.
ugly.
He
That is
just
the
like me.
ugliest.
look again. He has an acne problem, and we accept
everything
him.
but his face.
We accept him and
I
support him.
think the actual only way to get out of this room now is just to reset the game, to be honest.
Oh, snap.
Did that.
Gosh.
I don't
Oh,
think-
snap! You're in the back rooms of Pokemon.
I don't think it's that way in later generations, but I think it is that way here. So,
Just unplug a game, reset it. Man, Game Freak was the true Apple all along.
alright, so let's see.
The apple of our eye.
You know what? I'm gonna actually hit the physical reset on the console.
Except unlike Apple, people are actually buying every Pokemon game that comes out, regardless of the quality.
Here we go. My GameCube is like all the way at the other side of the room. So,
It's okay.
but just so anyone who's watching this and doesn't know what the layout of my room is, like complete opposite wall of my computer that I'm sitting in front of is my GameCube.
New lore, guys. New lore.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so now we're here. Acne Boy is there. And Acne Boy is a golem. There we go. Alrighty.
So what was it? What was it? Graveler, or was it Geodude, Graveler, and then Golem? Is that the evolution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just gains a face. Like a face that's not rock, but an entirely different face. Okay.
Alright. So how are
I thought
the volume
Digimon had
levels? I'm
nonsensical
sorry. I'm not
evolutions.
sure if I had a chance to adjust them.
Would I think the volume's actually fine. It's just sometimes you were a little further away from the mic, but when you're
Okay.
up close, I think it's fine.
Okay. So, we are going to defeat the SS McGann.
The Ender Dragon.
Going on the Red River of I don't know.
It looks like chocolate, doesn't it?
I suppose it does.
It kind of does.
I was thinking of a Twizzlers actually a little bit. All right, now where's the car? We got to go to
The
the car,
truck is
boys.
actually to the right over there. You
All right,
can't see it,
all right.
but it is there.
Yeah, all right. Jump the fence or jump the bridge. You can get there, and then we can get our Mew. Where's that missing now?
Well, in reality, it's neither, but
I know, but I mean, which one was it?
it was
supposed-
Mew under the truck.
All right, okay, Mew. I
I have
Schrodinger's Mew.
actually done a glitch to see the truck before, just to say that I've done it, but... Oh crap. Global Police. On the trail of Team Rocket. Oh boy!
I wonder
I
what
think
the
you're missing a
real
little bit of your face there.
what's the real life parallel to the global police. Also, are you sure you want? Are you sure you want to do this on a Nuzlocke?
I mean,
Like-
everyone's level 25.
Yes, but like you can't leave now, right? You're locked.
No, you can leave the SSN.
You're Nuzlocke.
Oh,
You can leave,
oh,
you can leave the SSN and come back as many times as you want. It's just as soon as you get, because like at the end of this, you get the HM cut. It will not leave until you get that HM. Then it will leave.
Oh,
bought
okay,
it.
all right.
You know,
all right.
sometimes this reminds me of how much of a that this is a bit of a that this entire ship is a ripoff. You get the ticket, you go in, then you leave, and the ship sets sail without you.
Pretty much.
That is pretty fair, yeah.
Alright.
Pretty fair assessment.
Alright. Hyper Fang.
Actually, no. The player left the boat because it actually had it only had rooms and nothing else. It didn't even have a bathroom or anything.
I mean, that's what the side of the ship is for. Anyway.
Oh.
Let's see. Do I want to do anything for Nidoran? You know what? Let's throw out It'll Do.
It'll do.
It'll Do.
It'll do.
It'll do.
Alright. Confusion. There we go. We're probably gonna be seeing a lot of this tonight. Alright. Yeah! Oh no! I went around the world for these! And I got $270.
You
Maybe
wait
shouldn't
2
take a cruise
hours.
ship that only maybe you should take a cruise ship that's been in dock for 25 years or something. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Should I... This is Dig. Should I teach it to Golem?
Teach it to the Pokemon that has no reason to have dig whatsoever.
I would say teach it to Goal mainly because you're not going to use self-destruct, I imagine.
Yeah, and I think it's a while before it actually learns, like, ground-type moves. And, like, if I get a Diglett, that thing's gonna learn Dig on its own anyway. Alright, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, get rid of self-destruct.
1, 2, 3, and poof! The bomb squad has removed the bomb from Acne Boy's chest.
Alright.
Indeed.
I love Pokemon! Do you? No, I
Oh my
don't.
gosh.
Not
I
at
was
all.
gonna say the same thing.
I was trying to
Youngster wants to fight.
judge the energy that was emanating from you at that moment.
Alright, let's do this. Hyper Fang. Bam! One hit. Critical hit.
Giant rat bit rabbit. Rabbit is dead.
Oh my goodness. Pretty much.
I thought
Wow!
that-
You great! Alright,
Can't believe the youngster gave his entire allowance.
alright. And I'll just take... Oh, I'll just take your stuff. TM8, what is that? What is TM8? Body Slam.
Body slam. So body slam is like, I think there's a recoil on it, right?
I think that's double edge. That is the recoil. Body
Oh.
Slam. I think
It's just low accuracy.
and it has a chance to paralyze, I believe. All right.
Guys, look, it's Jigglypuff / Clefairy / Pikachu.
It's wiggly.
Wigglypuff.
Well, I mean, that's still... wait, is that the evolved form? Does Jigglypuff have evolved forms?
Yeah, Jigglypuff
yeah.
has no Wigglytuff.
You know, I've seen Jigglypuff so many times in Smash, I kind of forget that there's an evolved form.
There's also a pre-evolution Igglybuff. So Igglybuff turns into Jigglypuff, turns into Wigglytuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Pikachu effect where the other stages of its evolution don't get, I guess, marketed as much.
What about Raichu, though? I want Raichu in Smash.
Raichu does not get as much love as it deserves.
Pikachu's in Smash, though.
Yeah, but who wants that little shit?
I mean, Pichu has some good speed stats if you're into that sort of thing.
Well, no, I mean like in Smash.
I guess Pichu is like hard mode.
It's hard, yeah, it's hard Pikachu because it's like simultaneously, I think a little bit better. It has better power, I think, but less. But it's also really small and really easy to destroy.
I guess what I'm saying is, okay, because of how mega popular Pikachu is, it's not like Pichu is unknown. But because Jigglypuff is, like, kinda known, then its other stages are, like, completely buried. I mean, just looking at it from a design standpoint, Igglybuff is kind of weird.
Let me look this up for a second.
Igglybuff looks kind of weird to me.
Let's see.
It doesn't look like it's part of the same evolution line, in my opinion.
Hmm?
I mean, it kind of does. It is kind of.
This is an opinion. This is like my opinion, man.
Well, your opinion is wrong.
And I'm not trying to start a rumor that Igglybuff was originally supposed to be its own line, but then they repurposed it for Jigglypuff. That is not. I'm not trying to, tell stories after school or anything like that.
What was it? What would its actual name have hypothetically been then?
Snuggly.
Fliggly Fluff?
Annoying Balloon. That's my name for it.
A magic balloon.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, don't diss Kirby like that.
Okay, so that reminds me of a story, and as I've discovered on the internet, I'm probably not alone in this, but I saw Jigglypuff in Smash 64 before I saw her in Pokemon. So I used to think Jigglypuff was from the Kirby series because that Jigglypuff was a clone of Kirby in that game.
Really?
And I might have shipped them too, but that's a different story.
Oh my gosh.
All of us have gone to those forbidden ships at some point, like the SSN.
I mean, in a cute way, you know what I mean? Not like in a...
Oh my god,
yeah.
look at Machop.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a good sprite.
Amazing.
That's a mood.
That's a mood.
That bird's like, yo, get his ugly face out of here.
Alright.
Dude's doing like, what is it, the awesome face, but he's looking diagonally downward. Except he's not even opening his mouth. He's not even doing it right.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
The champ used gravy. The bird flew back in recoil.
Tentacool would be good here.
Tentacool, more like Tentalame, am I right?
No, I think Tentacool's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad, but in this one, it looks like the eyes are at the top of its head, whereas its actual eyes are like hands or something.
Guys, very cool.
Very cool. Oh my goodness. Although it's a little bit concerning.
Use confusion. Tentacool, more like Tentafool.
Alright.
Man, the sailor has less money than the little kid. Times are hard, I suppose.
This really does say a lot about our society.
Except it also says a lot about our society not sailing a boat.
Hey, matey, let's do a little jig. Who talks like that? What were the localizers thinking when they wrote this game?
I don't know, they probably had more Japanese characters to write it, but then again, now that I think about it, it doesn't say much, especially since, like, well, I don't know. The responses were probably very basic anyway.
It was actually a whole... I forget, I watched a video recently on, like, Pokemon, but it was, like... something about how the English takes up more space than the Japanese. They actually had to make... Yeah, they had to make the text box bigger.
Oh, yeah. You can hold... Yeah.
So it was like a struggle to begin with to make, like, complex
they could do
sentences.
some things to shorten it, like make the H, for example, much, like, a little bit less wide. Even, like,
I mean,
pixels can make a big difference sometimes.
I think they only had... That's just it. I think they only had so much to work with, and they wanted it to be, like, readable. You know? I don't know. Maybe...
It would have been even worse if, like, the original game actually used kanji. But it doesn't. It uses hiragana, so it has to use a little bit more space.
Let me look at Gold and Silver, because I think Gold and Silver did improve it. This is an interesting topic, actually.
Wait, so what did I come back to?
You came
What'd you
back to
call
an
me?
interesting topic, but unfortunately, we just ended it. You
we'll
will
never
know what this interesting topic
Damn
was. It was really enlightening, though. I wish you would have been here for it.
Tragic.
See, no, actually, I don't think they changed the font. They just changed like the spacing. But it is like it's like basically every letter has to be a square, right? So whether
yeah,
you're
that's
using
true.
like so it's like whether even if you leave blank space, it like has to have the same spacing. It's just whatever text engine they used, it was like a pixel by pixel kind of thing. So it just had to be spaced out the way it is. It's like if you're programming for a calculator, but it's not. Is that a good way to explain it, you think?
I mean,
guess,
a computer is basically just a calculator, except it's like
Right.
super complex.
Right. I mean like how calculators have like LCDs, like have LCD outputs.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the same concept, sorta.
Man, look at Goldine. Doesn't even care about you. Just looking the other way.
The sprites in this game can be kind of jank. I mean, just look at the
I know, but I mean,
backside of Michael
Goldine looks
here.
fine. I mean,
Michael-
Goldine looks fine, and the back of Michael doesn't really matter too
For-
much. It's
from
better
what
than
I-
the back of Pikachu.
From what I understand, the back sprites are still based off Pokemon Red and Green, the original version. So they
Yeah.
didn't change the back sprites.
I mean, for example, hold up, I'm trying to remember the name of this one. Hold up, don't say it. Hold up.
Not that the back sprites and the front sprites looked, I guess, that close to each other anyway, even in the original.
Yeah, one thing that's always kind of bothered me when I noticed was like how like the back sprites are obviously like blown up compared to like
Yeah.
the front sprites. Like they're taking up like each pixel is like 4 pixels put together.
This game just struggles with scale. There's like there's only so much space to draw an image. So it's like if you want to make something detailed, you have to blow it up basically. Like look at Goldine. Goldine isn't usually that, like if you're comparing Goldine to other game sprites, like that's a huge Goldine.
I suppose, but I mean, the Goldine sprite there looks better than
it looks
Machamp, or not Machamp. Sorry,
Yeah. Machop, yeah.
yeah, Machamp.
I was gonna say the sprite looks good, but it's really not to scale when you think about it.
Yeah, it's not up to scale, but it doesn't exactly have to be.
Well, for Game Boy, you really can't.
Yeah,
Or you have to be kind of clever. Like I think with Gold and Silver, they started using aliasing, so it was able to get away with that a little more. Whereas with this game, there's like this game was made for the Game Boy Black and White, the Game Boy original. So they had less to work with. But I think Gold and Silver was a Game Boy Color exclusive, so it took advantage of the hardware.
Goal.
That, and there's a whole thing about Iwata and how he helped compress the game. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, apparently they couldn't fit in Kanto and Gold and Silver before he came along.
Yeah. Basically, he was like, according to legend, Iwata could turn water into wine, but in the programming sense.
Let's see here. Yeah. Alright.
what was the water? No, actually, no, never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of Miyamoto.
That's okay. Yeah, no, he was the president of Nintendo before he passed away.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. I was thinking
I want
Miyamoto for a second, or like I don't know.
It's okay. I'm not gonna kick you for not knowing what every Nintendo fan knows.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't know Iwata?
You should, if you are at all interested, though, look up videos on him. I would say look up the Gaming Historian video on him. Not sponsored, just good stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to drink water, not sponsored. It's really refreshing. Like,
Just
really
go get some.
refreshing.
Go get a cup and get Go get a cup and get some tap water. or something. I don't know.
People who exclusively drink water suffer from a severe superiority complex.
You know, I've always thought
Well-
I did, you know?
I think it's time for me to.
Damn. Damn.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
gotta turn off the sensitivity again.
Oh shit.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I
Alright.
totally forgot to get the item.
Alright.
notes. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Alright.
Oh. What party? There was no party! Alright, last one.
Alright, am I coming through alright? I adjusted my sensitivity a bit.
You sounded all right before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, alright.
You
How
still-
about now?
Yeah, I mean, you still sound fine. Your sensitive. I think the only time I heard you when you weren't talking is when you're like knocking into your mic or something.
Okay,
you're
I was
fine.
just at
Trust me, your voice quality is leagues above where it was.
Alright, I suppose so. It actually sounds like my voice. I'm like, well,
Dude, if we still have some of the old streams, have you listened to yourself on the old stream?
I've listened to myself on like old streams. I've listened to myself on like video recordings, and I sound terrible. But now I just sound a little bit. Why my voice is bad sounds even more clear now.
It's fine. Trust me.
I know. I've grown to accept it, just like that Pokemon grew a level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I specifically got him that so he could voice his
Also-
shitty Sonic opinions in higher quality.
Also, I know
I mean,
I
I'm
know
looking.
your voice is coming through my mic as well, so there's a little bit of problem with that. But
We're just in the same room. That's just gonna be how it is.
It's
suppose-
I don't really hear that much crossover, so it's fine.
Okay, never mind.
That being said, I am looking forward to when we voice our Sonic opinions. I might just make it a Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough or something, and then we'll talk about Sonic.
True.
I
No, I'm
suppose
so
so.
down for that.
And you guys are gonna see that on the Little Planet podcast. Hashtag not sponsored. Okay, now back to Nintendo stuff.
I was gonna say if
Sonic
Ed
is
was-
on Nintendo consoles.
if Ed was here, I would ask him if he could make us a logo.
Oh, I am here. What's up?
Perfect
Okay, I didn't
timing.
know if you had your mute. I didn't know if you were muted on purpose.
Oh yeah.
I might ask you to make a logo for us. I'll give you the deets later
Oh boy.
if you're
We'll
up
pay you
for it.
$10,000.
I mean, shit.
That's not Machoke. That's like Nidoran or something. What is this guy talking about?
No, that's clearly a Machoke. What are you talking about? All Machokes look like that.
No, I'm sorry. That was a Charizard. My bad.
Anyway.
They're all Rhydon. They're all basically Rhydon.
Yeah.
Rhydon's the only Pokemon.
Nobody even has a unique name in this. They're just Sailor. Really shows how uncaring the protagonist is. He just names them what he pleases. Then again, he's 10 years old, so.
That's actually a good theory. That all of this is in the protagonist's
Oh
point
no!
of view.
Let's not. I mean, it already is, but let's not go into one of those theories.
It's
Oh my
theory.
God.
It's all coma.
Yeah, all
The best
What a-
theory
what a
that
very
takes the
original
most
thought.
creativity.
You see, Pikachu is really a representation of one of the 7 sins.
Oh no.
He was rage.
Oh my
Theory.
God,
This is actually
Rock is lust.
Every one of
And Misty
the
is envy.
every one of the
No,
gym leaders is
no.
actually dead, and their Pokemon type is indicative
No.
of how they died.
Misty is wrath, and you know it.
Oh yeah, that's true. But what would that make Jesse though?
guys. Which
sorry.
one is
Yeah.
Brock, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is the quality humor.
Coming through decently quality mics. Not sponsored.
Who should? We need to get sponsors. I don't even care if nobody nobody has to pay. We need
What do you think a sponsorship is?
G Fuel sponsor.
It's like it's like a Goodwill sponsor,
Oh my gosh.
but not
Really.
the company Goodwill.
Maybe we can get onto some Butterfingers.
Oh my goodness.
It's like I said, you keep fake sponsoring them until you real sponsor them. It's like a reverse psychology thing.
Hey guys, guess what? I just got this sick Olive Garden coupon. Did you ever try their
No. Okay.
It never
Okay.
ends.
It's
Not
not.
even better.
we're
It's
not
from
doing all-
you know. Would you like? Do you like playing mobile games? Do you like playing them with champions? Well,
No.
get ready for Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay.
You need to check out
Okay,
that
so-
breathing problem.
But not before you have some Mentos, the fresh.
Freshen our breath and our air, along with some recoils. We mention all these sponsors, and if we mention like,
I hear some typing happening.
if we mention Nintendo or something else, then we're probably gonna. Actually, no. If we play, we can mention any sponsor we want. But if we play any kind of music, then we're probably gonna get blocked or something.
Dude, you don't even understand, dude. I am so hungry right now. Thank God I have a Snickers bar right next to me.
Well, I have Butterfingers.
You're not you when you're hungry.
You know,
The Sonic movie was actually like that. That's how the sponsors actually work.
I would say the Olive Garden ones were particularly bad.
Yes.
Like they
Oh,
were
yeah.
like they took up entire scenes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Literally saying the tagline and everything.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I've
like,
seen
dude.
I've seen like family movies where the sponsorships are like kind of out there, but Olive Garden must have paid a lot of money.
Olive Garden must have paid like $1 million just
for
to
the
be on the Sonic movie. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the CEO of Olive Garden is a huge
actually-
Why
Sonic
didn't
fan.
Sonic pay for it though? And you know what? You know why didn't the
Honestly-
Sonic restaurant pay for it?
Honestly, the fact that the Sonic restaurant did not sponsor the Sonic movie.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're
That's-
right.
This is
Wait,
Yeah,
I didn't think of
stop-
that. Wait,
this has
stop
been
using
all
it.
huge brain.
I said
this
it.
has been a long this is a
privately.
yes, this is a long running conspiracy.
But the problem is, we need the two Sonic guys back rather than that stupid family or whatever.
Okay, so the thing is that my hypothesis, my theory here is that the CEO of Olive Garden loves Sonic. Meanwhile, the CEO of Sonic actually hated Sonic for overshadowing the restaurant's name. So, you know, like whenever someone brings up the restaurant,
No,
they
you
just
see,
think
the
of, oh my
person-
God, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like, bro. And then maybe it got to the CEO's head, and he just got pissed off at even the thought of Sonic. Therefore, he did not want anything to do with the Sonic movie.
But, you know
I rest my case.
that sounds that does sound incredibly petty, but at the same time believable.
I mean, people are incredibly petty sometimes, so it could be
Yes.
true.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
There's only trash here. You're looking through trash bins.
Here's the thing. Honestly, like, I was surprised that neither of them, that any food company that was sponsoring the Sonic movie, like, didn't take advantage of the name Eggman, and like they didn't make that into like a food. You know?
I
No, I
can't.
mean,
I
they
love
didn't
eating
really.
Eggman's in the
I mean,
Morning.
which places out of all of them, like, exactly have eggs as a main appetizer?
Denny's. I don't
No,
know.
Denny's.
Denny's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, any place that has a breakfast menu.
Listen.
To be fair, they didn't really lean on the Eggman
Alright.
name.
Gary
Yeah.
incoming.
They
Gary
might
incoming.
do. Oh,
Gary incoming.
wait! Is it time for like an actual important person in this Pokemon world?
It's Gary incoming.
Oh boy.
Okay,
it's
can I voice this one?
Sure.
Oh, bonjour. How are you? Imagine seeing you here.
What?
How are you? Were you really invited? So how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal.
What?
Different kinds are everywhere.
What translation is?
This is how
Fucking grassy areas.
This is how it was, man. This is the first.
This is terrible.
Well, this was 1998. This was. Dude, have you watched 90s dubbed anime before? It wasn't that good.
I don't.
That Dragon Ball was like the exception. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Like okay, like it got better in, like the late 90s, but still, like okay, video game companies dubbing things was still really bad. Just play any Dreamcast game.
Oh my goodness.
I remember when they translated over ships in the Northern Fleet.
Oh yeah, that was really something, wasn't it?
No, it really was. They kind of completely ruined like Captain, I think his name was Captain Knox or something. Like they kind of completely ruined his entire character arc.
I mean, I have to say though, like, I did not expect the filler arc to be as good as it was, and I do not say that often. Like,
yeah, no, truly, like that, like the race to It wasn't Tatooine because that's already a Star Wars thing. It was like something like off-brand Tatooine. It was like.
Oh, are you talking about the Star Wars anime?
No, I'm talking about ships in Northern Fleet.
Don't think I've heard of that one.
Oh, you haven't?
It's like a sci-fi show from like the late 90s.
Oh, I really haven't heard of that.
Okay.
Shame.
You should look it up sometime. It has like a lot of lore. Like a lot of lore.
Yeah, there's entire fan those
Rival Fate lore.
Those like fanpedias, like this entire fanpedia made about it. One of the actors in it is famous on TikTok.
Okay. Let's see. But like I thought the whole filler arc really took an interesting turn because like it changed to like a whole slice of life thing, and it wasn't boring. Yeah. Like the characters were actually interesting. They weren't like one note. It was kind of a miracle about how well they pulled it off, if I'm gonna be honest. Because like the previous, filler arc before that, like the Mountain Squad one.
Oh my god, the Mountain Squad.
That one was like, don't even. We don't mention that. Like, there is no Mountain Squad in Ba Sing Se. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. We're shot master of Mort, but he was just seasick. Oh man, I found himself really useful. You should go see him smell ya.
So
no, but the freaking Mountain Squad.
You do lame.
Oh my god.
Well, it's just like 5 episodes of being stuck in a cave.
Okay, you have to admit though, the dance number that they end up having in episode 4.
But it's like you have to go through like 3 episodes before you get to that point, and it's just them.
It was needed though. They needed to break down mentally to get to the point of having a dance number, which then ultimately led to episode 5 when they broke the 4th wall in order to get out of the cave.
You understand why, like, that's why the writing sucked, right? They easily could have condensed the first 4 episodes into, like, 1.
Oh my gosh. Don't you make fun of freaking Jonathan Forgo like that?
It's like, no,
he was a fantastic writer.
Oh, is he? Explain the
filler
Mountain
arc.
Crew arc!
I mean,
explain the Mountain Crew arc?
Bad filler is bad filler. You can't get around that. That's why Kishimoto, the Naruto mangaka, well, then again, it could have been that he, it could have been a while, actually. Actually, no, that was probably the anime company itself, but I don't know. Maybe he did filler. Actually, no, he probably would have done filler where it goes into everybody's minds into, like, 15 episode arcs about, like, people being trapped within this mind thing.
Say goodbye to the SS and
Goodbye, Ant.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Watch out for the iceberg.
I mean, speaking of Ant, and like I said, it was the actress for Annie who was on who's famous on TikTok, which is really relevant considering she was the reason the whole freaking mountain arc happened in the first place.
I did not hear about this. See, I thought it was like studio mismanagement, but
I didn't mean from like the freaking like behind the scenes shit. I mean how freaking Annie is the sister of freaking because Orion, or how do you pronounce it? It was either Orion or Orion. I forget which one. But Annie's a sister of Orion, and they ended up having to freaking like run away from the. Jesus Christ! It's been 20 fucking years. Hold on.
That's a vibe.
They had to run away from the freaking tentacle group, whatever the fuck their name was. It had
the what?
It had like for the freaking octopus people.
Did this happen to take place in Japan?
Well, it was a sci-fi show, like we said. But it was let's see, there was the one tentacle guy who was in charge, had like the red hat, and like the scar across his chest. What the fuck was his name?
Was he just like Oog or something?
No, that was no. You're thinking about his like first mate, who wore the striped bandana.
I remember like Oog. There was like a character named Nog. I don't know if it was that guy. They were like really simplistic, like caveman names, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Tari. That was the freaking captain's name. Tari. They're running away from Tari.
Okay. I don't remember the name of Tari like at all, but if that's what you said it was, then that's what it was.
What do you mean? Okay, you're going to
Listen, it's been a while since I've seen the arc he was in. All right.
He was only there for that one arc. You're right.
Like as soon as the mountain arc happens, like I skip ahead to like a certain episode. Like, let's be real.
You can't skip the dance number.
I do. It's not worth it at all.
It really freaking is, though.
Is it? Is it really?
Freaking. How often do you get to see a freaking mech do a freaking split in the middle of a cave?
I mean, to be
How
fair, not often. I mean, the cave was pretty big. I mean,
I feel like that arc would have been better though, if they actually had the budget of like, or like the technology of like nowadays, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing I will say about the mountain arc is, like the paint job on the walls did kind of suck. It's pretty clear it was not actually your cave.
Yeah, why would they have like paint like in a cave? That does not make sense. It's like, come on. And I gotta say, the dance number, I prefer when like the mechs do like ballroom dancing in like that other filler arc. Like that filler, I forget the name of it, but it's like that one was like middling. It was like average. It wasn't the worst.
Saint Hernando's Ball, yeah, that was a really good one.
It was okay. Let's be real. It was okay.
You are ripping on this show so freaking much.
No, it has high points. But it's like, I don't enjoy the filler usually, because that's just usually how filler be. Like there can be good filler.
What about when the whole show is filler? I was gonna say
that's Naruto basically.
Shonen, literally so many shonen, and that's why I don't watch shonen.
No, that's Naruto. Here's the thing. You don't understand. Dragon Ball is it's basically just stretching things out. Filler is basically when you use the ball of material, you have nothing left, so you just decide to make some shit up. And that's what Naruto does.
Yeah,
just make some shit up while the mangaka
is...
tried to figure out how to beat the last villain, who's literally like so like infamous for like being near unbeatable.
The thing about Naruto is I remember like I was watching the anime as it was coming out. They were still like coming out with filler episodes after the manga had ended. And like at that point I'm like, nah fam. I tried to watch Naruto, like I was like late into like the Great Shinobi War arc.
Oh yeah.
But like towards the end of that, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm so close to the end, and I just can't. I'm sorry. The writing like took a nosedive.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot for me to hate the writing in something.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? I'm just kidding. Sometimes I think. Well, I used to think I was easy to please. Now I know I'm just like, but I've become jaded over the years.
Yeah.
Or my time is more precious to me, or at least I think it is.
I could watch something normally and then later. Actually, no. Naruto is the stark opposite of that. I was kind of really bored. I was like, "Oh, interesting. They're going to the minds of them." Then they did it again. Then they went through an entire arc, episodes upon episodes. Then they did it again, and again, and again, and again. And they could have just waited and skipped to the part where they solved the situation, but no, they had to go through like.
I think Bleach is like somewhat infamous for like for having a lot of filler as well.
Bleach is infamous for a lot of things, but I think one of the filler arcs was actually pretty good to my understanding. But however, the rest there are plenty of problems with Bleach. Like first off, the ending, which is what everybody's going to talk about. Second off is that Ichigo is like interesting at the beginning of the show, that he turns into a wooden board, except even the wooden board has more personality to it.
Oh my goodness. There were definitely a lot of characters in Bleach who were like introduced and you think, oh, this is going to be part of like the consistent main cast, and then they're just like sidelined hard for like the majority of this series.
Or they're just there for plot exposition or something. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've watched Bleach. Where they ended the anime at the time, it was kind of an alright ending. But however, I know how it turns out at the end.
I hate this trash puzzle. It is literally just luck. I used to not mind it, but it's like wasting my time.
I always minded this.
Like as a kid, I was like, I was just kind of accepting that no, this is just the way it was.
This is how video games are.
As an adult, I'm like, no, this is poorly designed.
Wait, who's the guy in this? Is this Lieutenant Surge?
Yes, this is Lieutenant Surge.
Okay, then
yes!
This is an all-American hero.
Yeah, alright, as soon as we get into the battle,
Kid. I want to do Surge, if that's okay.
Okay, but just remember, you have to do the thing.
Alright,
No.
I have to do the thing.
You have to do the thing.
I don't know what the thing is.
Hold up, I can
Only
only
it's on the screen. Like, the end of the sentence is the end of the screen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat. That's for sure. I'll tell you, kid, Red Electric Pokemon saved me during the war. I would have actually known what the line is. I'm just pausing on purpose. They zapped my enemies into paralysis.
No killing.
The same as I'll do to you. Well, that's a threat.
The freaking paralyzed people got.
No, get this asshole. All right, kick him in his ass right now. He's showing it off right now.
He's gonna break her spine in half, apparently.
Oh,
okay, Bane.
Critical. Oh, see, so that's interesting. So, because critical hits are a multiplier, right? So 1 times 1 is 1.
That's crazy.
Just some math for y'all.
Quick math.
You beat my sword.
Oh my goodness.
sending out my
Pikachu.
now.
Oh no. There we go.
Oh, maybe I should have sent out the electric Pokemon against the rock.
Maybe I should have taught Pikachu a different move.
Is your ally. I don't know much about Bane from the dark. Holy shit! Look at Raichu. He's about to
Massive.
stomp your ass flat.
He's a chonky boy.
He looked like he about to stab someone.
Unfortunately,
failed.
most of
He's
his
running
moves
for-
are ineffective against me. Just completely.
Just like in the show, Surgeon teaches Pokemon any other moves.
Actually, none of these trainers. This reminds me a lot of Sword and Shield for some reason. I wonder why.
You wanna?
I mean, this was the first game, in all fairness.
I mean, you're right. That was a call. The reason why all the Pokemon were weak against you if you had the right type in Sword and Shield was that it was a callback to the first game.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Except for the old woman with summoning Meteora from the heavens.
Oh my goodness.
Damn, can't believe that
John.
Pokemon's that.
You want to read
What's
this
up?
as well?
Oh, you're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge. How are you got... the Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly any time, kid. You're a special kid. Take this. You
Yeah.
see, I think it's Thunderbolt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Heat it to the electric Pokemon.
Teach it to Acme
Or-
Boy.
Or you could teach. Yeah, you could probably teach it to Michael if you wanted. I would. That sounds fun, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, Michael.
He's electric.
Michael's got to be in the end game, okay? He's got.
Pay to win can learn it. Holy crap! I did not.
Wow.
But
That's
Michael
actually.
can
You know
too.
what? Oh, that's tempting. That's tempting to give Gyarados a freaking Thunderbolt.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael here. I use Thunderbolt.
Or do I? But
Hashtag-
what is Thunderbolt? See, most people think Thunderbolt is when your Pokemon releases an electric charge. And they're right. No, I stole that from Jack's films. But
I mean, does Jack's Films have the copyright to? And they're right. Do they own that joke?
probably not, but that wouldn't stop them from trying, I'm sure. Whee! Alright. Alright, let's see here.
Do you think Vsauce has like copyrighted his music? Do you think so?
I think a lot of the music he uses is royalty free.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't think it's commissioned.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can fact check me on that.
Shut up! Quick!
What is Pokemon? Pokemon is.
What is a Kaku demon?
Oh my goodness.
Kaka means to poop.
What is it? Great question.
Please actually though.
Why don't the trainers use potions? Are they stupid? They're stupid. These Pokemon trainers, they're really smart. Or are they?
Ooh, I found
You
X
see,
special.
Excuse me, this is a Nintendo game. It should be B for special.
It depends on which developer for the NES you were
That's
talking
true.
to.
If it's Breath of the Wild, then their jump button is on the top.
I mean, there are a lot of original NES games that just the A and B button were switched for some reason.
I think River City and other Technos Japan games had you have A for punch, B for kick, and then you press both for jump. I mean, it's pretty easy to get the hang of in my case. I'm not sure about, but I mean that could probably be a learning curve for somebody. basically
Okay.
having to press both buttons for jump.
I guess having a third action map to A and B makes sense if all you have is 2 action buttons when you get right down to it. But then again, there's always using select.
Yeah, which is what Mega Man fans fear, especially the Mega Man 1 fans.
I totally forgot. You know what I
Oh,
need
you
to do?
forget.
What?
Okay.
Cut.
No, not cut. So, sorry, I brain farted there for a second. Where Captain Toad's at the top. I need to get the voucher for the bike. I did not get the voucher for the bike while I was down there in Viridian City.
So Professor Oak can't stop psychically telling us we can't ride. Oh, you know, he'll start. All right, sorry.
And I think we have to go through the Diglett cave anyway.
Can I tell you a secret though?
What?
I never got the bike voucher when I was a kid.
I mean, understandable. You did kind of have to go out of your way to find it.
I was always like, do I actually have to get $1 million to get the bike?
So you grinded, then you found out that it would still say no regardless.
Yeah, you have to pay $1 million for a freaking bike.
No, it's just the bike shop will tell you that, but that's a joke. That's not how you get the.
Yeah, what you do is you go in here, and then you talk to this guy. Who wants to do this guy's voice?
I'll do it.
Okay.
You all right, okay.
I cheer for the Pokemon fan club. I've collected over 1,000 Pokemon.
Oh, that says 100, by the way.
Oh,
I mean, it would be accurate today.
It would be. Continue.
I'm very fuzzy when it comes to Pokemon. So, did you come visit to hear about my Pokemon?
Yes.
Good. Then listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It, cute, lovely, smart,
Oh yeah, this part.
plus amazing. You think so? Oh yes, it. Stunning.
Stunning.
Kindly. Love it. Hug it when sleeping warm and
Oh, he's a
cuddly.
brony.
Spectacular. Ravishing. Oop. Look at the time I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this.
Yeah, bike voucher.
So,
Exchange that for a bicycle. Don't worry, my Fearow will fly me anywhere.
That's a tiny bird, you know. What are you doing to riding
I
your
don't need a
Pokemon?
bicycle.
bye.
Hope we're cycling.
Oh boy.
So Ed, I must ask, did you know the dialogue was like that?
Nope. I never played. I never played.
Rapidash. Oh, Rapidash.
The only Pokemon I've ever actually played is like Route 1 of Pokemon Black and Pokemon Sword. That's it. I don't know what is happening in this game.
I mean, there's not a lot to it, I guess.
if you played Shield, you'll feel right at home.
I mean, there is a lot to it, but it's what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? It's pretty straightforward. Except that you gotta talk to some Pokemon fan to get a voucher for a bike. I don't know how straightforward that is, but you get what I
Some
mean.
old man for a while, and he gives you a bike. He confesses he's the brony.
What- I
Feels
guess
the
what-
weight off his shoulders and decides, you know what? Here's a bike voucher. Also, keep it secret, please.
I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no secret lore. There's a secret Pokemon, but there's no overarching plot like in newer games. It's just
What do you mean? There's clearly a Mew underneath the truck.
What do you mean there's plot in Pokemon? What are you talking about?
I mean, you're just a kid going off on a journey. You know, that's
There's
it.
plot in Pokemon? Okay, all right, fine. All right, I'll stop being cynical. All right.
It's not. Well, okay. I know I shouldn't be taking you that seriously, but I'm taking you that seriously. There is a difference between the old and the new in regards to its narrative.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pokemon Sword definitely has something like a story.
I mean, this kind of does too, but doesn't really get going until later.
I guess Team Rocket is a thing, but still, it basically boils down to there's a secret crime organization and you must stop them. There's no it's a very good versus evil kind of thing. There's no moral being taught.
Honestly, I don't care about the story.
And also,
here.
naturally, the only bad Pokemon ever is Meowth from the TV show.
Yes, we know this to be true.
How did I get through the entirety of that without meeting one Diglett?
That was some RNG. That was some speed. If this was a speed run, you would kill for that RNG right there.
I have never run into that before.
That was some RNG.
You're walking. That's the point. You can't run into things if you're walking. You don't have the running shoes yet. You gotta wait 20 years for that.
But yeah, actually, where was that factoid? I know what you were referring to, Ed, but where was that factoid from that said Meowth was the only evil Pokemon?
No idea. Probably some Pokemon book.
I was gonna say that's what I love about a lot of early Pokemon media is they would just kind of get things wrong, but then again, no one knew what was right, localization wise. So it was kind of fun. It was a fun, quirky time.
Which Pokemon would you consider to be actually morally evil?
Well,
that's the problem.
I don't want to say a particular...
Pikachu was secretly the villain the whole time. A thread.
Here's the thing: if I say a particular Pokemon is evil, that would be racist.
No, I'm saying, okay, which specific Pokemon of which specific
a specific Pokemon in a said place and time.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
I don't know.
I'd say maybe they're doing what they. I think what is it? I guess you could say Mewtwo on some level is evil to some extent, but even that's a morally gray area. I know.
Well, he definitely has a free will.
I know,
but I don't know. I would say I think there are a few. I would have to go back and look, but there's a few Pokedex entries for some of the later Pokemon, especially the ghost types that get kind of dark.
Oh yeah, one that basically has what is it, a lamp that leads people to their doom or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
And something hypno lures children. Something. I don't know. I think that's in creepypasta territory, but there was some basis for that.
Oh, there's a balloon type, air balloon type Pokemon. I forget. I know I can visualize it, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
It carries away small children.
Yeah, this series really likes to kill children. It's
wow.
Not the.
Not just
wow,
the music.
I can't believe Pokemon is the first FNAF game.
Yeah, basically.
All right, let's see if we encounter any Diglett.
What, do you want one?
I mean,
I don't think we really need one.
We don't need one.
Watch this. The first encounter is going to be a Diglett. Oh, literally? Okay, I should play the lottery.
All right. Now don't
I'm
kill
a magician.
It wouldn't hurt to catch one.
Yeah. What if something happens to our beloved Acne Boy?
Well, I think Hypnosis will kill it. Oh no, I was thinking it was Psychic for some reason. Don't listen to me.
Dude, I am so on fire lately, and with that, I'm out.
Hey.
Later.
All right.
Well, guess I'm the only person here. Well, actually, no. I'm
What?
out of two.
What?
Yeah.
And then there was one.
All right, so
and then all three of us just apparated, and Alex was left alone with an unplaying game.
Should I do a confusion?
I feel like confusion's gonna kill it. I think
Yeah, just headbutt.
Are you sure about that? I feel like headbutt might be more powerful.
Yeah, but isn't confusion strong against it?
No, it's only a ground type.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Yeah.
You are the Pokemon guy out of all of us.
Okay, let's do one confusion. It should be able to survive that.
It might die, but I don't think this is your only shot. Oh, there you go.
Do it.
Well, this is the only place where Diglett show up.
Oh yeah, this is your first encounter. Oh shoot. I forgot about the rules.
I mean, you could have skipped that part and got another, or does it have to be the first?
No, with Nuzlocke, it has to be the first one in the spawn location. I forgot about that.
Alright, what do we want to nickname Miss Diglett?
Holy moly.
That is a strong contender.
Name it Wall Meat after the Castlevania meme.
The what?
You know, basically you can destroy a wall.
I didn't hear what the name was.
Oh, Wall Meat.
Wall meat.
You take that any way you want to, but that's basic. I'm Castlevania there.
I think we'll go with Holy Moly.
Yeah, let's go with Holy Moly.
But we might save Wall Meat for another Pokemon.
All right. So basically, in Castlevania, OG Castlevania, you could destroy walls, and there will just be turkey there for some reason.
I was aware of the trope.
Yeah, just for everybody else here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Tyler. Before you give it the seal of approval. Concept. HOLEY.
All right.
L.
I see it. Man, puns.
EY.
Alright.
Holy moly.
Alright, wait, no.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
And seal of approval.
Ed, we literally have to press the Ed button before we can continue.
Exactly. It needs my seal of approval.
Was transferred to Bill Clinton's PC.
No,
Oh,
it's
no.
Bill Gates. And that's not even as much of a good joke.
Can't believe Bill Gates
Yeah.
was responsible for making his PC in Pokemon.
I will say, going back to talking about Eva Pokemon, this is why you should only ever get like the missing no Pokemon and other such types.
Oh, it'll do is evolving!
Oh,
I wonder what it will do.
it's evolving into a questionably. Let's read the. Congratulations, evolve. Let's read the Pokedex entry. Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm a Charizard! Oh, Ben's in chat. Alright, let's see.
Why is it so far?
Well, it's not that far because it's only 150.
Up, here we go. Hypno data. When it locks eyes with an enemy, it will use a mix of PSI moves, such as hypnosis and confusion. Okay, I don't think this is...
This wasn't the game. This wasn't the game where they were like, "Oh, by the way, he brainwashes children," or something like that.
Alright. Pay to win up front, just in case we come across a Doug trio.
That could happen.
Yeah, it could.
Well, you found a second one, so that makes it
Well, that's basically all that's in this cave. This is Diglett's tunnel. There are only Diglett and Doug trio in here.
Basically, if anyone asks you where do you find a Diglett, you say, "What? Did you stop playing after Surge?" And then,
Yeah.
that's what a cool kid would say, and then they would stop being your friend because you're.
and then you would say, "Smell you later."
Smell you later.
Smell you later, asshole.
Oh my goodness.
We need somebody like Gary at the next Pokemon game.
I am longing for the rival that's just a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of had Bede, but...
Bede was... No.
No, let me
wasn't
describe.
it.
Hold on, let me describe it. There's a difference between asshole and douchebag. All right. A douche is just somebody who's just what is it? Just obnoxious and well, I mean, if somebody as an asshole could be obnoxious. All right, basically somebody who's like
That's very descriptive.
like really like I'm not sure how to describe it, but basically Bede was like really overconfident in his abilities, but too much so. Whereas Gary is like a force to be reckoned with because even if he's an asshole, he still like trains his Pokemon and whatnot. He knows the type advantages and stuff.
Wait, he knows type advantages?
Okay, you know what?
It's a thing. It's a joke.
All right. Oh yeah. All right, let's sit back down on the peanut gallery, Hop. We don't need you here right now.
No, it's a whole thing, and
I know. Basically, Hop is basically always saying, "Oh, you know that? Yes, I do. I've played Pokemon games before. Pokemon's literally our entire lives."
Personally, it's not that I'm okay. So, I will say, watching Tyler play this game again and really listen, I'm being given a chance to really look at the dialogue not just because of the dramatic pauses, mind you, but the dialogue is very dry. If you're judging it entirely off the games and not the anime, it's like Gary was just some dick.
Yeah, but he at least knew how to play with Pokemon. Use Pokemon.
No, he didn't. He was. You'd always like every time we beat him, he's like, I was just getting warmed up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. His personality doesn't exactly shine, but then again, like, I'm not critiquing it because this is a game from a certain era, right? But now it's like we have. I think this kind of plays into what me and Tyler have spoken about in the past, with it now being a full 3D world. And, you know, your own protagonist having the ability to emote, but they still don't.
In quotes.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of extends to your rival in a sense. Not in the same way, but it's like they could make your rival more interesting than just, like a footstool. You know what I mean? Just a stepping stone to your glory. Maybe make them more integral to the game. Like, I think Black and White came the closest to doing that kind of thing.
But what I mean is, I don't mean the fact that, like...
And that kind of plays it. I think you could write the personality of the character around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I don't mean necessarily that, you know, Gary is, like, superb with Pokemon, but at the very least,
he's just cocky. He's cocky. He's arrogant.
Yeah, he's cocky and
he's
arrogant.
really sure of himself.
He's not playing that.
Now, so is Hop, but the difference is, I think that honestly, the difference is Hop has a big brother who's, like, better than him, and he has a whole character motivation to be like his brother. Is nothing to, and it like there's a whole story that could take place there that has nothing to do with you.
I was thinking of we were comparing him to Gary to Bede in this case.
Oh, Bede is just like, I don't know.
He's the he's the checklist character for basically rival, where they built. All right, is he mean to you? Yeah. Is he overconfident in his abilities? Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Personality. All right, that's it.
I honestly could not figure out how to pronounce Bede's name like the entirety of that game. When I played it.
mean, we're just guessing.
I thought for a second that was like bidet, like a bidet.
I was thinking, what weird pronunciation they're gonna do it for.
Bidet is pretty accurate, am I right?
Up top.
Oh, yeah, dude. But he's basically a checklist. Bede, bidet, whatever. He's basically a checklist character of like rival.
I don't think
he doesn't have the personality of like.
The only positive thing I can say is that they tried to give him some kind of arc, but like his personality didn't really change at all.
I will say. Question: has any other Pokemon rival tried to like actively destroy? Like, that wasn't like Team Rocket. Like, tried to like actively destroy a monument, like a historical monument.
I don't know, but there have been other rivals who've been like straight up crooks. Like
I was gonna say, wasn't the Gold and Silver rival pretty bad?
Like the Gold and Silver rival is literally like he steals his Pokemon from the professor instead of being given it. And his whole thing is that he does not treat his Pokemon with respect at all.
Yeah.
Like he like repeatedly states that he sees them nothing more as tools, but he actually has an arc compared to Gary.
Yeah.
Gary is more iconic, but I felt like the rival from Gold and Silver, who some people call him Silver. I think he's called that in the manga, so we'll call him Silver. Silver had a bit more of an arc. Like he was a bit more of a character.
Yeah, it's canonically it's Silver. I looked it up.
Wait, is the character named Silver in Pokemon Silver?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think the protagonist's name is in Pokemon Red/Blue?
I know it's Red in Pokemon Red, but I thought it was like forever. I thought the canon name was always Red.
Well, for this character you're playing, yes, but you're playing a different character in Gold and Silver.
Yeah, in Pokemon Red and if you're playing Pokemon Blue, you're still playing as Red, basically. I mean,
you can spoiler alert, if you ever play Gen 2, you can actually encounter Red from Red and Blue in Gold and Silver.
It's like the very, very end game.
Yeah, it's basically the grand final battle of like basically the protagonist, you know, you versus the guy who built up his team, and he has all the I believe he has max levels of all the starters, but he has a like level.
I don't think that's his team. He has like a Pikachu, a Snorlax, an Umbreon. I don't remember if I've ever like legitimately beat him, because like to get to the point where you could actually beat him, you have to grind the heck out of your Pokemon.
Yeah,
like there's nothing that like eases you up to that point. He's like just massively over leveled compared to everything else you've ever encountered in the game.
He has level 70 Pokemon, am I correct?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, like a level 75 Pikachu, for example, which should have evolved into Raichu, but whatever. Iconicism, I suppose.
I mean, it's pretty accurate to the anime if we're comparing him to Ash.
I suppose so. Take this Everstone. Now your Pokemon won't evolve.
Yeah, no, I thought the concept of, you know, having Red as like the end all be all boss was neat. But yeah, in practice, it's actually like once you get up to a certain level, it's like terrible. That's why you want to save all your rare candies for the late game.
Yeah, because like Red, I don't know if I've ever like bothered to actually like beat him.
Honestly, I probably would, because it's a secret boss and like, you know, it's a challenge beyond anything else. It's also difficult.
I mean, it's like you have to grind your Pokemon for like a long time to be able to actually beat. Hold on, I'm gonna look up something. I don't remember how this route is split up. Pokemon Red route.
But I mean, it seems like a better idea to have the Red be like, you know, extremely tough rather than just, you know, hey, here's a secret boss, you know, let me just type advantage my way through every single one of them. Instead of, you know, you gotta sort of work for that victory against, you know, the original protagonist.
Okay. So there's one patch of grass in here that I could potentially catch something at. What are actually the Pokemon that could appear? I don't think there's anything like terribly unique. I think it's just Rattata, Spearow, and Ekans. So, but let's at least, I think, here it is. Let's at least try.
You know, going back to monster, let's go to a different type of monster game. You think Giovanni knows how to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know if he would concern himself with a children's card game, even if it has souls involved.
I suppose so, but I mean, come on, I mean, you know, he'd have the power, he'd probably seek it out for, like, the power of the Egyptian god cards, till he learned they were low tier and then just discarded them to somebody else.
Oh, okay, we got a Spearow.
Oh boy.
That's a chocobo.
Alright, so let us do Hypnosis.
And the bird falls down, hits its head, breaks its neck, and dies. And you instantly win the match.
No! Alright, this is going to be a bit of a risky move, but I'm going to pull out Captain Toad. Because I think it has the best chance of not killing it.
and you killed him. Cried you a sweater of tears, and you killed him. How you gonna live with yourself?
Once again, it fell from the sky and hit its head.
Okay. Don't wake up. Yes!
The chocobo still flashed asleep. You can use it to ride to the town on the edge of... I don't know, I can't remember Final Fantasy, like...
So this is gonna
4/2.
So I know we already have a backup bird, but this is gonna be our I'm suggesting that we name this Sprite 1.
I was thinking chocobo or something, but that's fine too.
Well, we already had a Spearow earlier called Sprite 0. Not a sponsor. So we should name this Sprite 1.
Cranberry.
I mean, there's not enough letters for that.
Spike Cran. Spike Cran.
Just name it. Just name it LeBron. Just name it LeBron.
Sprite.
Right.
Fine. Sprite Cran. Okay.
What about LeBron? That's a better name.
Well, there's only so many letters. Alright, Sprite Cran. Is that good enough?
Yes.
Suppose. Press the Ed button to continue.
Press Ed to continue, Ed boy!
Ed approved.
Life has many doors.
Alright. So we don't need to fight any of these trainers. Although we can if we want to. I don't think there's any advantage to not fighting these trainers, if I'm honest. But,
The advantage is not wasting your time.
Oh, alright, that was close.
I've done this before. I knew that trainer would not react.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I may as well react, like, you know. Actually, why I'm even responding, that...
So that patch of grass up there is a different patch of grass, so we can also try there. I think that's where Magnemite are.
And then here we can find the hydrant bush of legend.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
I hate to break it to you, but Hydra Bush isn't coming.
What? I thought it was real. They had the cards and everything.
No.
So Magnemite
Alex.
is not here in this game, but we do have a chance of seeing Voltorb. So Spearow, Ekans, or Voltorb.
I guess next up,
Ed, what do you want to say?
I was gonna say, Alex, don't worry. Hydrant Bush is real. It's just not in Pokemon.
I suppose it isn't. Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so let's see. Is that Spearow, isn't it? Oh, it's a Voltorb!
Voltorb.
Oh, snap.
Now just to never use self-destruct ever.
No, untrain it from self-destruct.
Alright, I'm immediately using
Unlearn it.
Hypnosis. Alright.
What Pokemon am I even looking at?
You're
I mean,
looking
the
at
back of the tail.
You're looking at
Back-
Hypno.
No, the other one. It'll do. What's that one?
It'll do as a Hypno.
Oh, it's I couldn't even tell. It looked like a dragon with its mouth open.
That's Gen 1 for you. Alright, Leech Life, please do not be a critical hit.
Using Leech Life.
Okay.
Good enough, it seems.
Yes. Let's do this. Pokeball!
Wait, but it's already a Pokeball, so what's
Wow.
inside?
Wow, this dude's so rich. He put a Pokeball in a Pokeball.
Hey, yo, dog, I heard you liked Pokeball, so I put a Pokeball in a Pokeball.
Alright, so what do we want to name it?
Tick.
Wii Sports Bowling.
No, just Tick.
Wii
Tick.
Bowling.
Alright.
Wii Bowling? Okay. Alright. Let's see if that fits. Wii... Bowl.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ing.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Is that Ed approved?
Yes, it is Ed approved.
All right.
What about the? You don't know.
All right. So coming up here is a rock tunnel. So do we want to have Voltorb on the team or nah?
I mean,
A bomb in a cave that could have collapsed on you. I mean, sure.
I mean, I don't think we need Voltorb. It's probably one of my less favorite electric types of this generation. But
I was gonna say, if you want to train it up off stream, it's up to you. But there's no one in the party I would swap out for him at the moment.
Let's go into the. Actually, no, we're fine right now. I was gonna say go into
Like-
the Poke House.
the Poke
Like,
House.
I would rather, yeah, I would rather watch you teach Thunderbolt to one of your current Pokemon.
Okay.
Wait a minute, that isn't Nurse Joy. Wait a second, this is Pokemon Red, not Pokemon Yellow.
No, that's still
Honestly,
Nurse
I kinda-
Joyce. It's still Nurse.
I know, but I mean, I kind of do actually like the improvements in Yellow. Even though I haven't exactly
you
gotten
promised
all the way
me-
through.
You promised me Nurse Joy, but all I see is Cheapy McCheapskate.
Let's see here. I'm trying to look how many. Alright, there are 2 floors in Rock Tunnel. So, we have 2 chances to catch something in here. Alright. Cat and Toad. Cut.
You're kicked off the team, Captain Toad.
Alright. So, do we want to teach Flash to a Pokemon? Or do we want to just go for it?
I mean, you could teach Flash to. The problem. Okay, so here's the thing: if you teach, I remember this from my randomizer. Is when you teach Flash, you can't unlearn it.
That's true.
This may actually be the one scenario where I say maybe let's swap out Mood for Voltorb, just so Mood doesn't have to learn just so nobody has to learn Flash. You know what I mean? That might be the one reason you want to get. You feel me? Do you pick up what I'm putting down?
Okay, fair. All right.
Is my thinking right, or you think like, nah, it's not even like worth it?
I mean, theoretically, we could go through this cave without learning Flash. It would just be difficult to see where you are and where the other trainers are.
Yeah, it's up to you if you don't mind it.
So then you run into the guy with the fossil, and then Team Rocket. I don't know. Are they in this cave or no?
Team Rocket is in this game, yeah. We just have not
No, I
encountered
mean
them
in
yet.
the cave. Are they in that particular cave or no?
Nah, they're not in there.
You see a few grunts. You see a few rocket grunts here and there. Originally, I thought your question was, do we see Jesse and James? And no, they're not in this game.
I know they're. I already know, but I mean, like, I meant, like, for example, in that particular cave. I'm a little too far from the mic at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. You see rocket grunts just randomly throughout the game.
Yeah.
That was weird. Game, like, stopped for a moment.
Well, it's playing the cry of the Pokemon you're drawing.
Oh, yeah. It's the sound channels being overloaded.
Alright. So, Pokemon Weebolin. It only knows Tackle and Screech. That's fantastic. Alright. So let's take this. Oh, that's teleport. I know I have Flash in here. Here we go. And yeah. Actually, while I'm here, let's deposit some items so I don't have to worry about this later. So the SS ticket, never gonna use that again. The TMs, until I want to use them, we can use them later. Rare candy, until we need them, we can use them later. We don't need HM1 right now. TMs, again. Pause it for later. X special, I don't anticipate ever using this. Yeah, let's see. We already used this. An HP up, I don't anticipate using that at any point. And then Moonstone, I also do not anticipate using that anytime soon. Then TM30. Take it out when I need it. Alright, cool. We're good to go. Alright, I think we can make it through this cave. So... Captain Toad, cut. Hopefully there are no nasty surprises in here. We bowling, use flash. Let's go, let's go. So who do I want to have at front? Let's make it Captain Toad for now. Alright. We have to fight this guy, I think. Alright, let's go.
Pokemon fight.
I think he has a Slowpoke. No, Cubone. Oh, in that case, I am bringing out Pay to Win.
It's time to pay to win.
Yep. That's not going to save you, I'm afraid. Alright, let's do this. Ba-bam. And then he's about to... There we go, Slowpoke. Alright. This is where Captain Toad comes... Captain Toad comes back, yeah, baby. And we use Leech Life. Ah! Please. Oh. Well, that was nothing to be worried about.
What?
I was expecting Headbutt to do more damage, and it just didn't. Oh, cool, you
This is giving.
you disabled the move I was not going to use.
I will say this is giving me flashbacks to our randomizer run. Where it's just nothing but Slowpoke.
Alright.
Game over, man.
Alright, let's go. We've not encountered our wild Pokemon yet. Alright, so I guess that floor, we're still, Alright.
Well, you cut immediately on the second floor. Oh boy!
It's a Zubat! Our favorite! Alright, let's bring out... It'll do.
It'll do.
Oh crap, you used Leech Life. Okay. Let's do a Hypnosis. No, boy, it's gonna... Okay. I'm waiting for it to use like Supersonic or something. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. To put over into Zubat full sleep. Let's bring out Michael for this.
Michael.
It's his
Bring
birthday.
out Michael.
It's his
Or
birthday.
should we?
It's his birthday today. Cake and ice cream is on its way. And let's just
Michael's
do
been
tackle. If it faints from tackle, then it was just not meant to be, and I don't care. Okay, it faints, and I don't care.
This is a good boy to you.
Open up your gifts while we all cheer. Okay. I don't know where in the cave I am right now. Oh, wait. Okay, I think I know where I am now. I think. Anyway, we have to fight this guy. This cave is basically a straight line, except for like a few dead ends, but the dead ends usually make it pretty obvious pretty quickly if they're dead ends. So we don't have to worry about getting lost in here. Stun Spore, here we go! Yeah, Stun Spore! Oh boy, let's use Cut! Let's just try Leech Life. It is occurring to me that Captain Toad is not exactly known for his offense. But and scratch. But at least it takes care of psychic types. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna run. This next trainer up here, I think she uses Oddish, if I remember correctly. So we want it'll do to be in front. Yeah, let's go. Yep, Oddish, called it. And confusion. So, how's everyone's Friday been so far?
All right.
Yeah, it's been
Happening.
fun.
It's happening.
It's happening!
The Friday is in fact occurring.
Mm-hmm.
It is currently the fry of days.
Alright, I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Okay.
I'll be back later.
Speaking of fries, all right, have fun.
See ya.
Alright.
Alright, so let's put Captain Toad back in front here. And I think this is like the one place that we'll ever need to know Flash. Ah, crap, I was hoping. So after this, I think we can basically box Weebolling. It's Charmander! This is a bad matchup! Okay. Alright. Pay to win. You're coming out. Alright. And Bubble Beam. Let's go. Bam. And let's see. Cubone.
Out.
We don't have Mood here, otherwise I would send him out. But whatever. Also easily dispatched with a bubble beam. Yes. Nice.
I'm glad we have pay to win.
Me too. Alright, so I think... Oh. It is the Geo of dudes.
Just another acne boy.
Alright, right. Okay. Oh, we have to fight one of these guys or the other. Oh, or not. Oh, cool. It's Zubat, my favorite. Oh, man, I love encountering Zubat. They are just awesome in every way.
I know.
You know, I never get tired of Zubat. I never get tired of Zubat. I mean, we could have gotten a Machop, but honestly, Zubat. Zubat is where it's at. Like...
I remember his name.
I like his costumes. Oh, that reminds me. I had a text from my dad this week, and I thought I should read it. And my dad doesn't know who Red Letter Media is, right? But he texted this to me. I saw the second episode of the Book of Boba Fett. OMG, you have to see it. I won't spoil it, but it's very cool.
Very cool.
I think I'm gonna text him back later and just say very cool.
Oh, wait a minute. I think this is the first Pokemon that we've met on this floor.
Oh, snap.
So it's an Onyx. Nice.
Snap isn't in this game. That is another game we should play on stream. Pokemon Snap, the OG.
The OG one?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do...
If I get my upscaler thing going, that'll be nice. Very cool.
Very cool.
I mean,
cool.
unironically, I do like Boba Fett, but also very cool.
Alright. Please do not whip out... Okay, Onyx is, like, really disappointing in this game, though.
It's like, it's one of those don't tell me about the stats moments, because he looks cool.
Yeah. He's disappointing because he's, like, Brock's signature Pokemon, and that first battle has to be easy. So they balanced him to be weak.
Yeah. Then they came out with Steelix later, right?
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure if Steelix redeems Onyx, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had enough experience with him. But, you know what? Okay, what do we want to name this Onyx? Anyone have any ideas?
I named the last two, so I feel like someone else should name this one.
Disappointment?
I was thinking about that, but I wasn't gonna go there, but you know what?
Yeah.
We are just letting these Pokemon know what we think of them. It was, it'll do.
Will it fit is the question. I don't think it will.
You know what?
Point. Disappoint. Just.
That's a real disappointment.
Does it get the end of approval?
Disappoint him.
It's a new element we've discovered. Disappoint them.
Disappoint him.
It's like all the bad games up. They must have been made out of disappoint them.
Disappoint.
I'm
trademark.
debating if we should. Disappoint trademark. Okay, if it's disappoint trademark, we have to capitalize the T and the M.
Okay.
Yes.
Disappoint.
Alright, is that good?
Yes, that's seal of approval.
There are many layers.
I'm pretty sure you're missing a second P in disappoint as well, but it's fine.
It's not gonna fit.
It adds to the disappointment. Oh look, a Machop. Wouldn't it have been neat to have a Machop? Oh
yeah,
boy.
actually.
He's like the pose in the shop is like literally looks exactly like, wouldn't it have been great to have me?
Wouldn't it have been to have had me? I don't know, man. You had your chance to show up and you blew it. I don't make the rules.
I do think there are more chances to get Machop, right?
I think so, but not until like much later.
Alright.
Ah, crap. Outsiders need to show some respect, huh?
I think he means outsiders, like literally, like people from the outside.
Oh crap.
It's a theory.
Alright, I'm gonna use Stun Spore. Oh, of course it didn't work. I'm gonna use Stun Spore. Oh, it didn't work. You know what?
Oh, it didn't work.
It is time to pull out, It's time to pull out It'll Do.
It'll do.
Let's see. I'm a little wary of throwing out Gyarados just because I know it knows Rock Throw and Gyarados is part flying. see. Graveler, of course. So, but now I will pull out Pay to Win, because it'll probably go first, and I can one-shot this thing easily. So, Bubble Beam! Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Nice. Alright. But alright. So I think here we go down. Of course. Hey, look, it's a rock snake. Haven't encountered any of those. How about I drain your life force for my own? That's good enough. Oh, I can't escape. Oh, that
Can't escape.
Oh, yeah, I accidentally.
That's interesting.
I accidentally whoops and doozles. Looks like I'll have to use Leech Life again.
Let's say now you could probably escape.
Nah, it's probably a speed thing.
No, I thought it was because he was using Wrap.
No, he didn't use Wrap until after.
Oh, never mind. Then yeah, it's a speed thing.
But there we go.
Cool.
Cool. Let's totally radical, man. Zubat. Oh man, Zubat is just the best. I don't know about you.
Everyone seems to think so.
Like, I've only heard, like, praise for Zubat. That's all I've ever heard. People only have nice things to say about Zubat. Alright, yeah, it's time to pull out Pay to Win. Ooh. Alright, there you go. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's another rock-type Pokemon. Oh, can we beat it, I wonder? Can we? Looks like we can. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, look, it's a Graveler. Badam. And there we go. And there we go. Alright. So, is there any other... Okay, Pay to Win. Switch down here. Ah, it's another rock snake. Can we escape? Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Alright. We're almost out. We are almost out. We're almost there. We are The end is in sight! Do not worry!
You can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out It'll Do. And Confusion. Badam. Oh, yeah! Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Crap, we're gonna have to defeat that one trainer. don't feel like fighting with Chop right now. I'm sorry. Alright.
I don't really feel like it.
Alright, so... Oh! Ah! I want to be out of this cave! Alright, so yeah, let's use Stun Spore. Oh. Let's use... Oh, Payday. Yeah, I don't think we're in that much danger from this Meowth. Alright, so Leech Life. And Leech Life! I want that health back! And Scratch. Just finish him off. Yeah.
Finish him.
And Junior Trainer's able to use Oddish. You know what? Let's throw out Michael. Michael has not seen much action tonight. Or at least not recently. So, Hyper Fang. There we go. And down. Pidgey. Nah, let's not change it. And Hyper Fang. And they're down.
And it's gone.
Michael's good at what he does.
Mhm.
So anyway, I think that was it. I think that ladder there is literally the way out of this cave. So, we got through Rock Tunnel. Now we can actually continue with the game. Alright. So, there's an item here. Then, just walk around this guy. And we are in Lavender Town.
Oh, stinky.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Alright. So, now we must say goodbye to Weebling, guest party member of the night. And let us withdraw Mood again. Welcome back, Mood. So Mood is the lowest level, put him in front. Acne Boy is still the highest level, put him in back. And there we go. Alright. There we go. Alright, I don't know how much farther we want to go tonight, but
Up to you. What do you think we could do in a short amount of time?
we could try to get to Celadon.
Okay, well that's right across the street.
Yeah. So this point right here, this is a very important point to my childhood. Right where I'm standing. You may understand why later. Okay.
Oh yeah, this has to do with the glitch.
Yes.
Oh, spoilers.
So I'm going to very intentionally not encounter a Pokemon on this route. As a secret weapon that will help us later. Fluffy Pokemon! Oh, they have Clefairy. Alright, you know what? We don't have that many. I'm gonna use Sand Attack once. And let's use quick attack. Alright, cool. Missed. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Sand attack was worth it. And another Clefairy. Alright. And another sand attack. Holy crap. Really going for it.
Going for it.
Alright, so there's a very specific reason why I did not go with the other trainer I could have fought to progress. Is because I think they know Pokemon that I think they know Pokemon that know self-destruct, and I'm not gonna run that risk. So, alright, Hyper Fang, let's go. That's right, Michael.
That's right.
It's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream is on its way. Been a good boy this year. Alright. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get to Celadon City, and I think that'll be it for tonight, because there's a lot to do in Celadon City once we get there.
Yep.
So, but we will try to, there is a patch of grass right outside of Celadon City. We can try to see if there's anything that shows up there.
Okie day.
I think that's like the one place in this part of the game we can run to Growlithe.
That would be a miracle. I mean, granted, I'm pretty happy with the party we have.
I mean, could be better, but it could be worse. Alright. I'm not gonna do any Pokemon on this route for now. Captain Toad and Cup. And this man right here, I'm very specifically not fighting him. He's a secret tool that will help us later.
I already spoiled it, but yes.
I don't know exactly where the hidden items are in there, but... Alright. So let's get It'll Do up in here. And let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a Pidgey. Crud. If it faints at confusion, it was not meant to be. Ooh.
It was meant to be.
You know what? If it could be that my final team is all Pidgeys, so let's go.
Listen, we can always use another backup bird.
Alright. Nickname Pidgey. Alright. Let's see.
Backup bird 2. Oh, there's only backup.
Do we even have numbers? No, we don't. So, you know what?
Nah. Backup 2.
Yeah! And there we go.
Oh, we didn't get the edit of approval. Oh well.
I think Ed is currently missing, but that's fine.
We know it, we have his approval and spirit.
Alright, so some things I want to do. Some small upkeep things. Just to make sure we do them now and don't forget them about it later. There's also a patch of grass up here. Alright. So let's see, cat toad. There we go. So what Pokemon? There's probably nothing spectacular in here, if we're being honest. Doduo!
Oh. Another backup bird. But this one can run.
Alright, Hypnosis. No! Hypnosis. Alright. I don't know what move to use that would... Okay.
Quick attack shouldn't kill it.
56. 57. 42. Oh, mood is weaker.
I would, yeah, say use quick attack with mood. That should do it.
Alright, so yeah.
That should be safe.
Oh, let's see. Oh, wow. The attack stat is actually really high in Captain Toad. I didn't realize that. I was not expecting that. Alright.
Granted, it doesn't know many physical attacks.
Good.
Yeah, quick attack. Well, quick attack, I think, doesn't hit as hard as Gust, right?
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's look this up.
I love how Doduo is just running at you.
So
Indeed.
Gust is 40. Quick attack.
I think it's like 30 something.
They're both 40.
Okay. So I
Doesn't matter.
guess yeah.
Alright, let's do Gust. Please.
Alright.
Alright, you know what?
I think
Good
I think
enough.
you should go for it.
Yeah. Go! Yeah!
Yeah. Progress.
Yeah. Alright. To Doduo. Alright, what do we want to nickname Doduo?
Backup duo.
Okay.
I mean, unless anyone else has better idea. How about dual factor?
Oh, okay. Let's try that.
Well, then what happens when we we'll evolve it to Dodrio? Then that doesn't make sense anymore.
Oh.
This is a flawed theory.
Let's see.
I guess we could name it something memey, like gotta go fast.
I mean, I could name it something Japanese, like Hashiru Tori, Run Bird.
Do we get Japanese in this?
No, but I can do like the romanizations of it.
Okay.
But we could name it just Gotta Go Fast for memes' sake. If that's all we
got to the number 2. Well, we don't have the numbers. Darn it! The game is too limited.
Gotta. Nah.
I was thinking like, yeah, we can't do it.
Alright.
How about just fast? How about Okay, final question of the night. What should we name Dojo?
Alright,
Has Happy Bird?
has she... Oh no, that's not enough. I don't have enough characters even for that. Ed, are you still with us? What should we name this Doduo?
I'm just gonna say.
I'm trying to let you guys have like your names. Like I've come up with every name so far almost. Okay. Doduo.
We came up with 2 names while you were away.
Two timer.
But it evolves
But
into
what?
Dodrio.
What if it grows a 3rd head?
Okay. Okay.
I was just gonna say Happy Bird or Flappy Bird.
No. Is Doduo technically one bird though? I don't know.
It's technically one Pokemon, but it has 2 heads. It evolves into a Pokemon with 3 heads.
Are the heads canonically separately sentient?
I don't remember.
I got
the hive mind. You can just call it the hive mind.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say Hell Hydra, but that works too.
No, let's not.
Listen, we can't be standing these fictional.
No, let's not.
corporations.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna say, don't even go that far as to say standing. No, just no.
Alright, hive mind.
No, this is good. This is fine.
Alright.
Naming is not my forte.
Alright, anyway. The reason I came over here was to talk to this lady.
Except pay to win. That was my crowning achievement.
Yes. Oh, you found my secret retreat! Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I'll make it up to you. With this! HMO2. It's Fly. It'll take you back to any town. Put to good use. Alright, so I can't use that outside of battle yet, but it is a flying type move. And Mood doesn't have any of those yet. So,
Whirlwind.
yeah,
Who
Whirlwind.
needs that?
But
It's stupid.
so, and yeah. Wait, can we use it? I thought we couldn't. Heck, we can use it. I thought we needed another badge. I guess we did the badge that lets us use it already.
Or maybe this is another one of the many quirks of Pokemon Red and Blue.
Anyway, so last thing in this building.
I know.
Oh, sorry. You go.
I know everything. Wait, I know everything about the world of Pokemon and your Game Boy.
Did you know that it's in a GameCube right now?
Get together with your friends and trade Pokemon.
Alright, so this is an Eevee!
I'll just straight up. Is this allowed?
It's just an Eevee. What do we want to nickname the Eevee, guys? If we absolutely need an electric type or fire type, this is where we're getting it from.
Well, I think we should name it Eevee, but backwards.
That silence was the only response that was needed.
Okay, let's see. That's like a funny Eevee name that would work for all the Eevees.
Wait, no. Replace the V's with E's and the E's with, and the V with an E. You know what I'm saying?
So it's VV.
VV.
What? Say that
Or
again?
Vive. So VVEVV. It's like the inverse.
This is very dumb, but I'm here for it.
we could take it one step farther and make it AA3AA.
Why? We don't have the number 3.
We don't have numbers, unfortunately.
Oh, there's no numbers?
No.
Yeah, that was a hold up on the last one.
Wow.
Yeah, we only have upper lowercase and the symbols you see here.
Shame.
So is this what we're going with?
Also, if you look at it a certain way, you can also spell it out as Wii.
Know what, Tyler? I think you should add a little smiley face at the end, just to show how much we actually like this name. Like a space smiley face.
I should be a winky smiley face.
No, then ellipses, then wiki smiley face.
Okay. Alright. There. It's that good.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
Masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece.
Ed. There's no more room for Pokemon. Sent to the Pokemon box.
V.
So, do we want to replace Michael with Eevee?
With VV, you mean?
Or Wii?
Personally, I don't want Michael to go.
Because of the meme factor?
Yeah, just because of the meme factor. But maybe it wouldn't hurt to start leveling up Eevee off stream. Then we could make the decision.
What would we want to level up? What would we want to turn Eevee into?
Probably a Flareon at this rate.
A Vaporeon.
I mean, we already have a water type.
I was gonna say, if you're not gonna evolve it, if you want to evolve it into Jolteon, my counter argument is let's just level up Raticate and give him Thunderbolt.
Does the evolution by love exist in this game yet or no?
No. Espeon and Umbreon don't exist until Gen 2.
Yeah, it's just the main 3.
Oh, okay. That's a shame.
These were humble beginnings.
I can't wait for this until there's an Eevee of every single type.
I think there basically is at this point.
Well, there isn't one for Dragon, there's none for Steel, there's none for Rock, there's none for Ground, there's none for Poison, there's none for Bug, there's none for Fairy.
There is a Fairy.
No.
Oh,
Here's
yeah,
the
there is
thing.
one for
Here's the
Fairy.
thing. It would be so easy to name a Pokemon and like an Eevee evolution into Poison.
Yes, but
So easy.
but they haven't done it yet.
Shame.
Let's see, what's the name of the fairy one? It was recent.
By recent, you mean like Gen 6?
Sylveon. Gen 6, yes.
Alright, mood. Actually, no. We could try the glitch tonight, but I don't know how well that would get pulled off. I think we might want to wait on
I
that.
would save the game first, then.
No, I don't think we should do it tonight. I think we should wait until we have like Ultra Balls or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Ugh. Anyway, so this is our party for tonight. Reintroducing everyone. I think this is a good stopping point right here. We have Mood, the Pidgeotto, Michael, the Raticate, It'll Do, the Hypno, Pay to Win, the Gyarados, Captain Toad,
Toad?
the Parasect, and Acne Boy, the Golem.
Yeah.
Yo.
So,
And let's not forget where we came from with our Pokemon Graveyard of Doom and Sprite Zero not sponsored.
Yeah. Never forget.
I keep like instinctually being like, did I really say?
Yes, you did. In fact, it was on camera.
Alright. So I think that's gonna be it for tonight. No one died again.
Do not jinx it.
No one died again.
Dang it. Now you really jinxed it.
I hope catching a Jinx would be neat. Although
Is Jinx in this game?
Jinx is in this game, but I think you can only get it by like trading from an NPC.
Also, the sprite's still problematic in this game, right?
I mean, this was the first game, so I'll let you decide.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's still problematic. That's gonna be new.
well, the thing is, in this game, you have only so many colors to work with. So it was more like the official art was problematic. I think in re-releases of Gen 2 games, I think they did try to change Jinx's sprite color.
Yeah.
They made her purple.
Yeah.
They had colors at that point.
So, yeah.
This, it was like, the only reason this has color is because of the Game Boy player compatibility.
Yeah, because like this was for the original Game Boy, and that was completely monochrome.
Yeah, it wasn't like they planned for the player sprites to be green and the background's red.
Yeah, so like
an
even
afterthought.
if Jinx didn't have a purple face, well, even if Jinx did have a purple face in Gen 1, the sprites in Gen 1 games would not have been able to reflect that change.
Yeah.
So
Either way, I mean, this we're not trying to. Are we trying to fill the Pokédex on this run? You think?
probably not.
All right.
But if we do get a Jinx, but we probably won't, considering what it would probably take. But actually, if we do get a Jinx, where is Jinx obtained? I'm gonna look this up right now. I think we might have to trade for it, but it might be a Pokemon that's like easily obtainable in a even
If
with
you
our
have to-
rules.
If you have to go out of your way, I personally, just for the sake of time.
Well, like, think about it. Jinx is a psychic type, which is an asset, but also it's an ice type. And ice types can learn ice type moves, which are super effective against dragons. So, it might actually be a Pokemon we would want to go out of our way to find. I'm just trying to look up on Bulbapedia real quick where we would find it. It's in Cerulean City? We have to trade Poliwhirl.
Okay.
Okay, so once we get a fishing rod, it's not that hard to find a Poliwag, evolve it into Poliwhirl, and then trade for that. That is absolutely doable. Okay.
We
Anyway,
shall see, said the blind man.
I already said the game, but whatever.
Okay.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Later.
Good night.